Hello everybody. I've been wanting to do something with my hands right now. I'm not really art journaling or anything right now, or even sewing for that matter, but I did want the other day to get something in my hands, and I thought, you know what, I haven't done beads in a long time, and it's so soothing. I love doing beads. And I'll show you the papers that I did. These are normal paper beads. I'm going to show them to you up close now. And so I did these ones here with more or less this type of paper here, which I did a long time ago. It was with dimensional paints, and I was smearing, the paint over the page. It's a bit thick for beads, but you know what? It made beautiful beads. And these are already all varnished, and I think some of them even have, I think these ones have only 2 coats. So that one was done with those. Then I did these ones, which are very pretty. I always tend to go towards greens. I love greens. So these ones here, which was this paper here. It wasn't this exactly one, but the same colors were used on that jelly print. So it was more or less, it was probably a different design, but the same colors were used. And then these ones here, which are really cool because they have a little bit of sparkly on them, which you'll see now. So these are the beads. I don't know if you can get the sparkle. I have all the lights on in my room today, so I'm hoping. And that was the paper that I got it from, which was always one of those techniques with, you know, smearing the paint on, dimensional paints. And then I added some glitter to this, obviously, because it's all glittery. And just beautiful beads. And the last one says, as of the paper beads, what I could show you what kind of paper I used to get this type of effect. Because, you know, you see the bead, but you don't know what type of paper it would be. So these ones here, these are probably my favorite. They have so many colors. They're so kind of, you know, you can use them anywhere. Come from almost like this. It was more covered with paint, but these were my kids' old school books that they had written in, and some of them were ripped up, and I've been using as, you know, underneath paper, drop paper, so you get all these luscious paints on them, and you know, the beads like just come out beautiful. I don't know what's wrong with the lighting today. It seems really dull, yet I have everything on. So yeah, that's about it, other than, you know, these ones here I painted with silks. I just wanted to try. These ones were from, that one goes there. These ones were obviously from another type of paper, like the one I just showed you, but at different colors. Very pretty as well too. You know, I love doing these beads, but until I get the varnish on them, it's like I don't consider them beads yet. They kind of go through that not ugly stage, because they are pretty as well too without the varnish, but the varnish makes the bead. It makes it, you know, makes it look like it's actual, you know, glass or ceramic. It's just beautiful. You know, you'd never think once these are on a necklace or charms or things like that. You have to go and touch them to, you know, see what they are. But, you know, everybody does beads. Almost everybody does beads, and it's such a fun project. So I was, you know, going through a lot of my baby wipes. For some reason or another, I had grabbed a pile of them that I had on my desk, and I was putting them away. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go through them. And I thought to myself, you know, they would make beautiful beads, these baby wipes. But how do you do it? How do you roll it up? So I've come up with something. I did look it up to see if I could get some help on how to do it. Like this one here is actually even, I painted glue on it to see, you know, what kind of texture it would give. I haven't tried to roll this on its own. I'll show you now what I mean, but the intention was that I wanted to see and maybe try to put on another coat and see what happens. So that way we can skip a passage on how to do these beads, on how I kind of figured out how they were. But you know, you get beautiful napkins, baby wipes. Naturally, these are not long enough to make the nice long beads, which, you know, I've used for those. But because they're thicker, because the baby wipe is thicker, it does come out to a nice little chunky bead, even though you don't use it all. This is another thing that I've tried, that we're going to be doing together, but it's a dirty napkin, dirty paper towel, which I really like the colors, and I saved as well too. So these are all the baby wipes that I have. I have so many of them, and it would take me forever to use these up. Actually, I do have to do a cleanup there, you know, take the ones away that I know I'm not going to use, or use them, continue using them with paint. I had to get a sip of tea. So here are the ones that I did with baby wipes. Now, the difference between these type of beads, there's these ones here too. Really, really pretty colors. And I have a couple, they're coming off of the sticks because I use these sticks to put the varnish on. And I've actually, on the paper beads, oh, one just left the coop. Oh, I see it. Let me get it right away because then I'll forget about it. And one of my cats will get at it. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. There we go. So, yeah, I wanted to figure this out. And I'm telling you that these, I love them. I love the colors that they came out. And I've only done this size up until now. So I can do them thicker. I can do them, you know, any way I want. And obviously, I used a whole baby wipe to get, you know, these pink ones as well, too, which are just a luscious color. Now, the difference between these ones and the paper ones is that the paper one is nice and hard now. This kind of gives just a touch. In fact, I put on a third coat of varnish on top of it, and it helped a lot. It's still a bit, I would like to try this because I used to do my beads with embossing powder, ultra thick embossing powder. For me, that's the perfect thing to use to coat your beads. They come out even better than varnish. But because I can't find the ultra thick embossing powder here anymore, I've, you know, optioned to do it with the varnish, or you can do it with nail polish. I still have never tried nail polish, which is something that I will want to try in the future. Transparent nail polish. So that's the difference. It just gives just a touch, like you can feel that's just a touch spongy, and these are, you know, instead nice and hard. But like I said, if I was to do this with the ultra thick embossing powder, I think that that they would even come out even better. Yeah, so I really like the outcome. And another thing, that they're lighter than the paper ones. They're even lighter. So this is how I figured it out. Like I said, I tried looking for these. I punched in, what did I punch in? Baby wipe beads. I punched in beads made with baby wipes and couldn't find anything. Found flowers made with beads. I actually have an old video where I'm making yo-yos out of baby wipes, and they just came out adorable. At the end I did canvas out of these little yo-yos, a nice spring canvas. So what I do is I'm going to get a small baby wipe here, so that way I can show you. I'll get this one here. I really like this color. And then naturally some of them will have, you know, more of I think this was used with silks, to clean up silk. So you'll see just a touch of shimmer here and there. I'm going to try to bring you down. No, just a touch. There's just a touch of shimmer in these ones here. So you can continue adding color to it if you're not happy. But remember, it's going to be a bead, so you're going to see a very small portion of these. And, you know, I would try doing one natural without adding any more. If you don't like it, go ahead and add more colors. But I think we all have dirty baby wipes, painted baby wipes, let's call them. They're not dirty. So what I've done is I've got this copy paper, the same one that I have here, and I've cut with my paper cutter these long triangles, and I've only done this one here. I usually do them a bit thicker. These ones are done thicker, but I'm doing them smaller beads for now. I'm liking the size better. So what I do is I get one of these. Naturally, it's not long enough, the baby wipe, to fit the whole thing, but like I said, I have not done, I don't do the whole strip. No, sorry you guys, I want you to see this. I don't do the whole strip. So these beads are actually made with this length of strip here. So I don't use it all, the whole width, the whole length of the paper. And what I do is I grab the strip, and I just put some glue on it. I hope that it's not, you know, when it's a white surface and it starts bumping, it gets out of focus because it's a white page. I should have put something colored underneath. Okay, so here it's a nice Sunday, beautiful weather. I'm loving this weather. We've been having a bit of rain and, you know, windy and cool weather, and this is my favorite weather. And, you know, I'm so happy that it's coming in before summer, because we're already into summer here, but, you know, it gets so hot here that you get so tired of it at the end of the summer. So it's actually enjoyable, this weather. I don't like going to the beach, so that doesn't bug me at all. A lot of people are upset because, you know, they say, but we want to go to the beach. It's summertime now. My kids have already gone. I think they've even gone swimming already. Okay, so this is what I do. I just paste it on. Naturally, I have this excess here that's hanging over. That will be cut. Use old scissors, you guys, because of the glue and everything. And I've been constantly wiping my scissors with the baby wipe because it'll get caught. So after I've done that, it's a little bit more work than, you know, you've already cut the strip with the cutter, and this you have to do by hand. Don't worry if you're not exact. You know, it doesn't matter. You can go back and fix it up before you roll up the bead. I'm just cutting it, you guys. I hope I was in frame. Okay. Well, did I cook today? I started this morning at 8 o'clock and I got out of the kitchen. It was almost 1. But I made a leg of lamb, some pasta that we do in the oven that has, you know, it has so many things. It's got cheese, and it's got, you know, bolognese sauce. It's got fried eggplant, salami. And then you put it in the oven, and, you know, it's like something like a lasagna, but then it's done with penne or macaronis or whatever, you know, you want to use. So that's the way the strip would look like after you've cut it. So you can cut the paper out of any strip, paste it on the thing, and don't worry about it being shorter because of it being nice and bulky. Like I said, I got these little bulky beads out of this length. So, and if you do want to make it longer, I think you can continue adding the baby wipe. Cut another little strip, paste it on, and then roll it up and see how it comes out. See if, you know, if you like that size of the bead. Sorry, you guys, I just get so thirsty when I'm talking. So here I have already some ready. And this is the paper towel one that I've been dying to try. Now this, I could do the whole length of the strip because of, you know, the paper towel being bigger. And I'm just going to, I have this little paper bead roller. And I'm just going to start rolling it up. Which is broken because it slips off. I tried gluing it yesterday, but it came off again. So I'm going to have to try to see if I can fix it better. And it's not coming out straight. That's the only thing that annoys me about these paper beads, is when you're not getting a nice roll up and you have to go backwards again. How many of you does it happen? But in all, I love doing this. It's like I'm meditating when I'm rolling beads. And then I love looking at the end, you know, result of it. You can get such beautiful little things. Now, like I said, on the baby wipe or on these paper towel ones, I assure you that you would probably have to put 3 coats of varnish. Or like I said, try the embossing powder. Yeah, I should be holding it upside down, right? And put a little bit of glue. I love using this instead of the stick. I tried last night to paste the paper with the stick onto the baby wipe, but it wasn't holding that well. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use this and, you know, look at how pretty that is. That's a napkin. That's a dirty paper towel. Isn't that incredible? It looks really weird, the color today in the camera. It's not what I'm seeing here. Okay. Then I get them ready and I put them on your stick to varnish. Now what I do is I'll put the first coat on, and then when I'm ready for the second coat, I'll take the bead off and turn it on the other side, so that way your coats become even. Because when you pop this in, I have this little thing of styrofoam. When I pop it in here, even if you've spread the varnish really good, it's still gonna kind of just touch, you know, it's drop a little bit. So I want the ends even. So what I do is every time I put a new coat of varnish on, I'll take the bead off and turn it onto the other side. So that way I get a nice even coat all over, and just pop them in here and let them dry. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. That's what I'm doing. And naturally, like I said, you can go ahead and add some glitter onto these before you roll them up if you want. I would like decorate the whole baby wipe, so that way you don't have to do each one here. I'm just going to roll up this blue one. I love this blue one. This blue one here would be this here, which is gorgeous. Yeah, definitely, you know, try it first. Don't start adding colors. Try it first, because you'd be surprised, you know, when these colors all blend in together, how they look. You know, some of them don't even look like the paper you used, or in this case, the baby wipe you used. Oh, got this one here. Yeah, this is the best glue. Actually, you know what I would do? What I have been wanting to think of doing since last night, because I just did these last night. If I instead put the first coat as glue on this, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try putting the first coat of glue and then putting the last couple of coats of varnish. Even the glue, who knows, it might harden it a bit. Like I said, it's just a touch. It just gives just a touch. It's not like you can squash it completely. But yeah, they come out really pretty. Look at that one. Oh, there we go. That's so pretty. I love that. I can't wait to see them. That's why I used to love the embossing powder too, because you see an instant effect with the embossing powder. As soon as you put it on, you could see how, you know, pretty they look. Whereas in the varnish, instead, until you get those 2-3 coats on, you know, it's not nice and you know, glass looking, or porcelain looking for that matter. And you have to wait, because obviously you have to let them dry every time you do them. And that's what I have been doing. I've been letting them air dry really, really good, and then going back and to do the other coat. So yeah, so that was my thing today. I hope I gave you guys some ideas. Naturally, with baby wipes, you know, you can do so much with baby wipes. But I found a new thing. Well, I didn't find it. I don't know if I found it or not, but yeah, I looked it up, like I said, because I wanted ideas on how to roll up these baby wipes to see if, you know, anybody had come across some way. Like I said, I do want to insist on trying to, has just one layer of glue. if I want to, I'm going to try this again, putting another layer of glue on it, letting it dry really good, and probably tomorrow cut up the strips and seeing if I could roll it up on its own. But I think the paper also gives it more, it gets it more rigid instead of, I think the paper, you know, is really needed in this. I'm not so sure that it would work out just the baby wipe alone. But hey, try it. See if you try. If you try it, let me know. That's about it, you guys, today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll show you my beautiful beads. I just love them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I love them. I hope everybody has a great day, and until the next time, goodbye.